How was that? Did you see
It
it?
was cute.
Okay.
It's more like a concert than any sort of musical, though.
But what can you really do and making it exciting when
exactly it's very short?
Well, and wives are getting their heads chopped off. I mean, how can that be entertaining?
Yeah, it's more about telling like their side of the story
Mm-hmm.
and like stuff like that, and like acknowledging what happened to them. It's kind of like a fever dream that if you watch it.
You know, they say I guess the only wife who truly, two of his wives survived.
Yeah.
The one he was first married to, and then the one at the end when he had
Jane Seymour.
Yes, when he had pox and all of this other stuff. I think she was like 14 or something.
No, the one who outlived him was actually older than him.
Wait a minute, wasn't there one I read in the history books and she was much younger? It was the last one?
No, that's the second to last one. I think that was the second chapter. Mm-hmm. She was very, very young, and she was the second one he beheaded. Mm-hmm. So the third, he divorced Catherine of Aragon, beheaded Anne Boleyn.
And I'm telling you, Anne Boleyn, she probably didn't see that coming.
Yeah. And then the third one, I can't remember her name. She died in childbirth. And then he divorced Anne of Cleves, killed Catherine Parr, and then the last one survived. Just basically out.
And then he wanted a male heir,
like her second husband.
And they tell me whether there's a male heir or not is dependent upon the father's genes, not the mom.
Exactly.
But I guess back in the day, you couldn't tell them that.
Not there back then.
All right, who's ready?
When the court is on Ayub, Judge.
All right, let's do Ayub. I had one of the best history teachers, and he taught us about the French Revolution. All right, we're back on the record. In 2023, CR 6786, State of Texas versus Theodore Ayub. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Defense.
Jason Wolf for defense.
And are you Mr. Ayub?
Mr. Ayub, yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
Ayub.
Ayub.
Yes.
Okay. Ayub. All right. Just give me one moment. Let me pull up the real time. All right. So we were here and I had asked for a UA to be done. Probation, was the UA done? Okay. All right. Is there anything else anyone would like to say?
Just briefly, Judge, I think his negative test shows that he is going to take this serious. State's argument that perhaps deferred would be setting him up for failure is a fair argument, but I don't think so for Mr. Ayub. I think showing that he's negative, he's taking this very seriously. He works hard. He helps his girlfriend take care of her children. He'd like to start his deferred, put this behind him, and hopefully there'll be a point in the future, Judge, where he can ask for early termination.
All right. Do you understand if I grant your application for deferred adjudication, if you are unsuccessful or a motion to revoke is filed, then the court could potentially sentence you up to life in prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
And a $10,000 fine?
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, are you still asking for deferred adjudication?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What do you do for a living, for employment?
Right now, I'm working for a demolition company. It's called Robles One.
Okay. And what are your hours?
Usually from 7 a.m. till 3:30, sometimes 4:30. And sometimes I'll switch it from day shift to night shift, just depending on the job site.
All right. And the girlfriend that you're living with, who all lives in the household?
Me, her, and her 3 kids.
What are the ages of her 3 children?
15, 16, and 12.
Are these boys, girls?
2 boys and 1 girl.
And how long have you known her before you moved in with her?
About 2 years.
Sorry, just one second.
There's one more thing in the PSI, if I could address, if the court
Yes.
will allow me.
Sure.
They referenced that there was restitution for the testing of the drugs. In one instance, they say that the restitution cost was $6,321. In the other instance, they're saying it was $1,254. I've never experienced those types of numbers when it comes to restitution for drug testing. I don't.
All right, state, do you know how much the restitution is?
Judge,
Those are wide ranges.
It is listed in the PSI specifically, Judge. It just doesn't itemize how, not that they need to, it's just a huge amount.
I'm not sure why it's that amount, Judge. I know typically we just do $57 to SAP or PCSO. Depending on which of the investigating agencies it is.
These were both out of the Bear County Forensic Science.
Right, so what we're gonna do is, because the nature of the drugs, who knows, maybe they had to run some different tests. I'm gonna order restitution, but we'll have a restitution hearing,
Okay, Judge.
and Ms. Ferguson will give us a date on that. Just give me a moment. All right. Are you on GPS or anything of that nature, or no?
Sorry,
Are you on GPS or anything?
no, ma'am.
All right.
I do seem to remember, Judge, for the restitution. I think that's maybe why it's so expensive. I think it's expensive to test marijuana now with the changes in the laws the past few years. I think there's a special machine and
It may be, Judge. I just had never seen those amounts. I appreciate you allowing us to have a restitution hearing. If in the meantime,
Yeah.
there's some justification for that, certainly
Yeah.
Mr. Ayub would be paying.
All right. We'll have a restitution hearing in regards to that, and state, how long do you anticipate it will take to get your witness? Is there going to be an objection for the witness by Zoom?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So, and the witness can appear by Zoom,
yes, ma'am.
and if you will get with the Bear County Lab and see, maybe they have an itemized accounting for the amount.
And it's very possible Hank may get me that, Judge, and I'll say, oh, okay, that makes sense, and we won't need a restitution hearing. But thank you for giving this opportunity. If we don't need it, I'll inform the court.
All right, there'll be a $500 fine that will be probated. Does anyone wish to speak to the length of the deferred adjudication?
Judge, while the underlying term was 10 years over 10, typically the court, if it is inclined to grant deferred, I know that they tend to grant that similar term. If the state doesn't object, I would welcome a much shorter term for my client.
Well, what term would you be asking for?
Judge, I would leave that up to the discretion of the court. I think if Mr. Ayub is going to mess up, he will do like everybody else, and he messes up fairly early on in their supervision. So 5 years is a pretty long time, Judge. He's in his late 20s, and that's about 20% of his lifetime.
And Judge, I'm right in the middle of doing the TIC, the dismissal forms right now for the judges or for the causes that were taken into consideration in exchange for this plea, Judge. So the state is respectfully asking for the 10 years if you are inclined to grant deferred.
All right. All right. $500 fine probated, concurrent with County Court Cause number 688261. Taking consideration 2023 CR 6793, 2023 CR 9132, County Court Cause number 688260, NIMAC number 702769, 702770. 9 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Random regular UAs. I would say that you could do the patch, but usually on the sites where you're working, since it's demolition, sometimes patches don't adhere very well. But if he wants, we can start off with the patch. And the patches cost more, but it has less time constraints because you just put it on. You don't take it off. I'm sorry, not you put it on. Probation will put it on, and then probation will tell you when it needs to be removed. But when they say it needs to be removed, you need to be specifically there at that time to have it removed. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So which would you prefer?
And my understanding, Judge, is the patch alleviates him needing to come in person frequently for testing. Is that
Yes.
the trade-off?
Yes.
Let me see.
However,
Let's do the patch, Judge. That'll allow him to work and he won't have to miss work.
All right. I'll say random probation. I'm gonna say random regular UAs or the patch. And they'll discuss with you how much the patch costs because it does cost more.
okay,
200 hours of community service restitution. 150 of those hours will be waived once you complete parenting classes. I'm going to order parenting classes. The remaining hours, they can be paid off to the San Antonio Food Bank at $7.25 per hour, or you can just do the community service hours.
yes, Your Honor, thank you.
And if you have someone else or some other organization that you would like to do the donation to, you can. I just always say San Antonio Food Bank because people are always, needing food supplies for the San Antonio Food Bank. Field visits, one time per month for 4 months. And then at probation's discretion. Proof of employment. Within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be a TAP evaluation. Follow TAP evaluation results. But if they ask for inpatient treatment, we'll start with outpatient treatment. If they ask for intensive outpatient treatment, we'll start with outpatient treatment, just supportive outpatient treatment. Probation, and the defendant is to forfeit weapon and cause number 688-206. And Norman, we're going to have to set this for a restitution hearing. And both parties, you agree that the witness can appear by Zoom if needed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, probation, is there anything else he needs? Defense, anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Mr.
Hey,
Ayub, long A, I'm gonna remember. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
no, Judge, thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor,
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, what day do we come back for the restitution hearing? It'll have to be in the new year,
Yes, Judge.
just to give everybody time.
Absolutely.
11th or 18th.
18th, I might be out of town on the 11th, Judge.
Okay, so everyone will be back on January 11th. And that's for a restitution hearing.
And again, Judge, if I can resolve that ahead of time, I'll let the court know.
All right. All right, we're off the record. Mr. Ayub, you have decided to date someone who has children, and you are supposed to be someone in their life that they can respect and someone that they can look up to. By doing this, you're not being that person. You're not being a good stepfather if that's what you hope to be in their life. You understand?
Yes, Judge.
You're going to have to do better. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, here's this. You're welcome. Alicia Small. Christopher Esquivel. All right. Usually you are in trial somewhere.
I was in Fredericksburg this morning, Judge. Finally.
Oh, no problem. All righty. So where are we on this case? Jury trial still?
Jury trial, the defense is ready, Judge.
All right. So we're a little bit short of jurors. what I'm being told is the next time we're going to be able to have a jury trial is going to be the new year. So is everyone okay with that?
We're fine, Judge.
Okay. How long do y'all expect this trial to last?
Including jury selection, probably just 2 days.
2 days?
Today, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, on this one, can we set it for jury trial, 2 days? Yeah, because the holidays have started, Mr. Escovel. We're being told not going to be any more jury trials available, and they're starting a new system. I don't have much faith in it working, but I'm going to try to have faith.
What is the new system, Judge?
They're doing something with Odyssey,
Oh,
and
like a
everywhere
system.
Odyssey has been, people have told me,
Nightmares.
yes.
I agree.
And so they're asking us not to schedule jury trials because there's something already wrong with the system. What date?
February 13th.
February 13th, day before Valentine.
How appropriate, okay.
All right, so whatever people are getting for their significant others, we're going to be in trial. So you need to do something early and then say something. It's because of Valentine's Day for me is all year with you. You need to say something like that.
Well, they don't believe us, Judge, and they can just go on YouTube. and you'll see
Exactly,
us.
we're right there.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how you can be with us.
All right. So February 13th, we'll be back for your jury trial. Your plea deadline date is expired, so the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plea open to the court. You understand? All right. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right. Okay, who's here for the attorney for Guerrera is here. Norma? Have we figured out?
I'll send you a text.
Judge, I believe that was all I was back on, maybe.
Oh, yes. Okay, let me see your text. All right, so Roger Pettis, who is his client?
Chapman.
All right, can I see the file on Chapman? Thank you. Chapman? Hi, if you'll come down, please. Mr. Chapman, your attorney just texted the court. He is actually on a flight, so he's not here. He will be here on Monday. So Norma, when do you want to call this back? You want to call it back Monday? All right, so we're going to come back on Monday, December 11th, all right? All right, thank you so much. All right, other than Arlene Gay, we've done Shepherd. So we're just waiting for Arlene Gay, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Norma, I have to remember to donate to kids in need for desks. Yeah, Lawrence O'Donnell started that. And my mom let me know about it. And it is just so beautiful when they get their desk. And what he does is the people who actually live in the village make the desks, so they get to earn money by making desks, and then they deliver it to the students.
Yeah.
And Norma, I'm going to get you the name of that person who's helping out. It's Juliet Moke, Moke.
Okay.
Oh, if I'm going to call her right now, and I'll see if we can make sure there's an extra space for another school bus.
Yeah.
All right, can you mute us, please?
somebody's couple, it really is. I did order spicy pork, but that's chicken that I wasn't gonna send it back, because it really is delicious.
Arlene, any luck on finding Miss Small?
No, it was a large task. So,
All right, well,
No.
we'll go on the record. State. All right, court is calling 2021 CR 10402, State of Texas versus Alicia Dawn Small. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Hank Wilkins for the state.
Arlene Gay for the defendant.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. As previously stated on the record, the defendant did not appear at 9. I was informed that she appeared at 9:30 a.m. She left and she has not returned. So the court recalled her for this afternoon at 1:30. Is now 11:56 p.m. and the defendant has not made an appearance in the courtroom. Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement? All right, defense, have you had any luck locating your client?
No, I have not.
All right, state.
Your Honor, we asked for a bond forfeiture.
All right, that will be granted and your client will be remanded without bond. If your client makes an appearance, the court will reconsider.
Okay,
All right,
great,
thank you.
Sure.
Arlene, we off the record. Arlene, did you call the bondsman to see if they know where she is?
No,
Okay.
I had a good one.
Oh, okay. All right, thanks. Oh, just one.
No, what that was about, so I wrote some notes. about
Okay,
it.
because they said that we took him into custody, so no, I don't think that person was in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's-
Well, apparently
It
somebody
was
took him.
friends with you
Oh, no, he
saying-
said,
Okay.
Yeah, it's Congress 7 was looking for him. They were asking us if it's- So he hasn't come back.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Have a good one.
If I get something. See if she gets something. They take the ball, go. And if she gets a list, if she was gonna go over the presentation.
Yeah, can you put Sam's looking for him?
That you can get from that, if it's in the position. Great, thank you.
No, never asked me if we took him into custody. Oh, you're not coming in. Had a shepherd, but I didn't see him. Mhm.
Let's talk to him.
Then they asked me to get out of your car. Actually, deferred restitution. Yeah, we need to add this. You see, Judge?
Hmm?
I don't know.
No, we're not.
To like one of the ends, so I could sit next to him and talk to him.
You want to talk? Second chair. This is good.
Question.
Hey, when he texts, Dan, because,
Are you aware of Krampus?
yeah. And I don't wanna mess. it.
Yes.
I've only heard that because of the off part of January. And then it's there.
Would you like Krampus?
Yes. Absolutely.
You're welcome.
This is.
What's in there?
Yes. Okay, let me just tell you where it came from,
Judge.
because I didn't make the Krampus basket. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't either. All right, are you all ready on Zachary Guerrero? Mr. Guerrero, come on down. Court is calling 2021 CR 8111B, State of Texas versus Zachary Noel Guerrero. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state
Daniel Escobar for the state.
defense?
Tim Molina for Mr. Guerrero.
And are you Zachary Noel Guerrero?
Yes, Judge.
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Zachary Noel Guerrero who's placed on deferred adjudication? And cause number 2021 CR 8111B for the offense for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on January 18th, 2022 for a term of 4 years. Is that you?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 1, on or about the 19th day of August 2023 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Zachary Noel Guerrero, committed the offense of aggravated robbery in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True. Your Honor, state waives all their violations.
All right, any objection?
No.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court will find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. The proposed agreement is 7 years PDC on 2021 CR 8111B. The state is going to take into consideration cause number 2023 CR 10419A.
Is that the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you asking me to follow this agreement, Mr. Guerrero?
Yes.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
So does anybody want to tell me what the aggravated robbery is about?
I can summarize it, Your Honor.
Yes.
My client, or a lady went to her truck or a Kia, I keep saying a truck, but it's a Kia. To go somewhere, and in the driveway, when she got to the driveway, there was 2 individuals in her car, not my client. There was an individual she noticed across the street, which was my client. When she approached the car, the co-defendant Lamas was in the driver's side, and he had broken the column, and he had rummaged through and had some stuff collected. There was a man, Ray Barfield, I believe, in the passenger seat, who evidently had a gun in his lap. And when she approached the car, I believe her statement is that he pointed it at her. I was more concentrated on it, but that's where the aggravated part comes in. Those 2 ran from the car. My client is walking near a Dairy Queen a little bit later with the guy that was in the driver's seat. And when the police contact them, all the stolen items from the car are just like on the floor, like on the sidewalk, right? The person with the gun is away. They are able to ultimately identify the person with the gun with the aid and assistance of my client and the other co-defendant, and do now defend the case too. All the lay witnesses accounts would be that my client was across the street from a lookout capacity. And that this was I guess the incident of the homeowner walking out and walking into her car being burglarized, and that the kid in the driver in the passenger seat then pointed to that and exposed the fire.
Well, you were given a chance for education. I mean, you're where you are now because of your actions and nobody else's. I've had plenty of clients before where they just been the lookout, and guess what? It turns into capital murder charge. In Texas, if you're just a lookout for somebody and they kill somebody, guess what? It's just like you killed them as well. Doesn't matter if you have the gun or not. If you're with somebody and you all decide to go rob a gas station, and if they go into that gas station, they kill somebody, It's just like you were in the gas station killing somebody as well. It's sort of like they're your agent and you're responsible for their actions. So you had a chance on probation. And what time did this happen?
I don't know. It was night.
It was
I
nighttime?
don't know. It was early enough to where the homeowner was going to go run an errand or something, but I don't know.
So had the street lights come on? Because I gave him a curfew. And obviously you didn't follow the curfew, because guess what? If you would have been where you were supposed to be, this wouldn't have happened. Now you're going to prison. And how old are you?
23.
You're 23. You're crying. And I know you're crying. You're crying, and I know you're crying because you don't want to go to prison. And you're just like, I was just across the street. But as I said, in Texas, if you're with a group of people and you all are burglarizing vehicles and somebody pulls a gun, it's just like you pulled the gun, whether or not you pulled the gun, because y'all are working together. You understand? Nobody wants to go to prison. You had a chance not to go to prison and turn your life around. I gave you deferred adjudication, tried to help you by tightening up your schedule a little bit by putting you on a curfew, and you still find these people to hang out with who mean you no good and mean society no good. I don't understand why young people are breaking into vehicles. Now you got to ask yourself, is stealing a car worth 7 years of your life? Breaking into somebody's house and getting caught, was that really worth 7 years of your life? All of these crimes that people are committing, they need to be asking themselves, how much of my life would I be willing to give away to commit this crime for just some foolishness, for a vehicle that's going to end up being destroyed because the column is broken, instead of just doing what's right? I tell people all the time, life, yeah, it can be hard because things happen to good people sometimes. But 9 times out of 10 in your situation, if you would have just followed the rules, guess what? You would not be in the situation that you're in now. And then you come to this court, I give you deferred adjudication to get your life together. You wouldn't be in this situation where you are now. That aggravated robbery case, the range of punishment on that is 5 to 99 years of life in prison. You understand? Yeah. So I know 7 years is hard. And let me just tell you, prison life is hard, because when you go to prison, much like the Bexar County Jail, sometimes people just won't leave you alone and let you do your time in peace. Always got to watch over your back. But you could have been in the free world. So now what's going to end up happening? I'm going to follow the agreement and I'm going to sentence you to 7 years. But let me just tell you something. Do not become institutionalized, because people who go to prison, you know what they say? I will never be in this situation again. I'm gonna be the child that my mom wants me to be. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna act right. And then you know what ends up happening? They get out, time when they smell free air, and get to their house. There's a celebration. You're home. Everything's going fine. I would say about 80% of the people, they stay on the right track for about 20 days. Then their old friends start coming around, and then they're right back before another judge with another offense. If you continue the way that you're continuing, you're going to find yourself living at the prison, and you're going to be the oldest person in the prison. In Texas, they have repeater status. And if you come back, you'll be coming back as a repeater, and that bumps up whatever felon you have, it bumps it up punishment range. And then if you go back to prison and come back, you're going to be a habitual. And for some felonies, your minimum is going to be 25 years to start with. And you're going to look up and you're going to be at the prison and you're going to realize you're like 50, 60 at the prison. You understand? Yes. All right. This is what the court will do. There's an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. The court will grant the motion, find you guilty. Court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with Adan, A-D-A-N, or Tamara Alvarado. Patricia Santos, Stefan, Stephon Brown. And who's the complainant in the other case?
Judge, I.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I may have it in the indictment.
She is listed on.
The victim's name is Samantha Rios.
All right, and Samantha Rios. And I'm gonna order restitution to Samantha Rios. Is there any objection from either side?
No, Your Honor.
All right, there's restitution, if any, to Samantha Rios. And cause number 2023 CR 10419A.
Would that be joint several with this, co-defendants?
We can say jointly and severally liable. Who are the co-defendants?
It's gonna be, Damian,
Just one second, let me write jointly and several. Okay, who?
Damien, Damien, Lamas,
Okay,
Ray Barfield,
is that BARE?
just BARFI.
All right, jointly and several liable with Damian Yamas, Ray Barfield, and there's to be no contact with Damian Yamas and Ray Barfield. Although you may end up having contact with them at the prison, it will just be a matter of where they place you. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Nothing from the state.
No, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. You better change your life. Otherwise, it's not going to end well for you. Either you're going to end up in prison or either you're going to try to break into somebody else's vehicle and they're going to end up shooting you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, I noticed, and maybe it's not gonna be this court's problem, but because the co-defendants are in two different courts right now, but they both have the same attorney, but they were both appointed the same attorney.
Okay.
Just, I don't know,
Oh, sure. No, that'll be another court's issue.
right, because right now the one's in the 186th and one's in the 144th,
Okay,
but they both got Daniel De La Garza.
okay. Yeah, I think they'll probably change that.
And if I see Daniel, I'll give him a heads up, like, because he doesn't realize that. it's not
Awesome.
The other two.
All right, and then we have one more
Thank you.
client.
That's good.
Okay. In the box.
I didn't know I had more than one person on the docket today.
Mhm. It is, what's his name? Sir, what's your name?
Austin.
Oscar.
Oh, this is a relatively new. Okay, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I would have been dealing with it.
No problem. And it's a motion to revoke.
Okay.
Sure. Oh, you can mute us. All right, so can I see the parties on Austin Gibson?
Mr. Gibson?
Yes. And on this one, do you have a copy of the,
I have
Probation.
probation's copy.
thank you. All right, so here's our issue. When I say our, here's my issue. From reading everything that the probation officer has said, your client is continuing to use. And because he's continuing to use, that is causing all sorts of problems. And I know the new number one was dismissed because the complainant waived prosecution. And I'm assuming that's the same person he'd want to stay with.
No, I'm actually wanting to go into Oxford and stay away from that. Because I mean, if that situation has got me here in that,
Well,
it's turmoil and I don't want to go back in.
I don't know if it's that situation or your actions. Sometimes we don't want to take responsibility for our own actions. Maybe you can be in a relationship with somebody and that relationship is toxic. Maybe you all push each other buttons and it's not a good relationship to be in, but your actions and not the location is what is bringing you here. So part of your actions is from the probation report, we have done inpatient treatment with you and you're not stopping the use of drugs. That's part of the problem. And part of the problem is there's a mental health issue. Now, whether the mental health issue is drug related or not, we don't know. Because you can never tell whether someone has a mental health issues until they are completely clean and sober. Unless there's some previous diagnosis, maybe. So that's the problem we have with you. I understand that the state wants to withdraw their motion, but
we have not yet done.
so what I am proposing and what I think is the best thing to do, Mr. Molina, and if you all want to do this, you can. If you don't want to do it, then we can have a hearing. Is he needs to remain in custody. He can be transferred, perhaps. Lifetime recovery will accept him. But going to Oxford House, yes, it's a sober facility. I remember when Oxford House first started out, nobody had heard of it. And I was doing all this research trying to get a female client that I had in there and bringing all this documentation to the court. But the key to Oxford House, really a lot of times people have been sober for a while. And that's a place to help them with their sobriety and be surrounded by people who are sober. You're not at that point yet because we're here because you continue to use. And this is, I don't know if it's the result of your drug use, but this has happened. So my proposal is that he remain in custody. Either he can be transferred to lifetime recovery, or maybe Oxford House will say, hey, we'll take him. But I think lifetime recovery would probably be best for him. I would suggest felony drug court, but I know felony drug court, they haven't had their graduation yet. So they probably don't have room for him. And they may not even accept him based upon the allegations. So that's where I am. Now, you all can tell me where you are.
I've had clients in the past go to lifetime recovery, but it's been a while. That's is it an inpatient program or is it a program where you work?
No, it's an inpatient program and they will actually pick him up from the jail. So he doesn't leave to go there on his own. They'll actually come and pick him up.
And it's local?
Yes.
And then do they have like a set time?
For pickup?
No, for the program.
The program, it really depends on the client. I know it's going to be longer than 30 days. It's going to be longer than 60 days. And I've had some people that I've sent there where maybe there's been a behavioral issue and they'll send the court an email and say, we would like to extend, and these are the reasons we'd like to extend. So his length of time there really depends on him. But what I can tell you, it's probably not going to be any less than 60 days.
I can agree to that.
Yeah, my client, like, it's even noted in the records that my client does want the help. And that's why I approached the court at the beginning, even with the lifetime recovery, still I think he'd benefit from when he's out of lifetime recovery, being under a mentally impaired caseload.
Oh, no, we'll add that. It's just that it's really difficult. I know they're suggesting to call me and all of that. It's really difficult to do that when there is continued drug use. So.
Is there a way, Your Honor, and I have no idea, that's why I'm asking, is there a way to kind of set almost like a compliance once he's released from lifetime to be able to report back to the court, see how he's doing, and then see if we can get him added on to that, if that would be better to, or an easier way?
What I'll do is I'll do a referral to felony drug court, a referral to lifetime recovery, and felony drug court. I don't think they're going to have any room for you, but we can always try and maybe get you on a wait list if they deem that you're acceptable. But the reason why I want felony drug court first maybe is because felony court, they have a dual diagnosis program. So they'll address drug issues plus mental health issues. It's just going to be a matter of whether or not there is enough room for you, because sometimes funding doesn't come through. And if they say no, then we'll do lifetime recovery. And I'll ask for him to be evaluated for the mental health caseload. And there's to be no contact with, let me see, what is her name?
I don't know if it's in there, Your Honor.
What's her name?
Claudia?
Yes, Claudia.
Claudia what?
Rushing?
Russian?
Rushing, yeah.
RUSH?
ING.
ING. All right, so I'm going to do no contact with Claudia Rushing. There's going to be a referral to felony drug court. Lifetime recovery. MIC evaluation. And this is all to take place while in custody. What I can tell you with regards to the felony drug court, because it is Thursday, they're not going to be able to see you till next week, but they'll be finished with their evaluation next week sometime. With regards to lifetime recovery, if lifetime recovery is going to accept you after that evaluation for felony drug court, it'll probably be next week sometime. MIC evaluation, depending on whether lifetime or felony drug court accepts him, MIC evaluation may be a little bit longer because we're coming up on the holidays. If there's an issue with the MIC evaluation and the wait time, just come back and let me know. And so all of that will be done while in custody. And State, you're saying you're going to withdraw the motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Gibson, is this what you want to agree to?
Yes, ma'am. I just do have a question with the no contact. How long is that?
Oh,
duration?
until I say otherwise,
Okay.
Because this is what I've discovered in my time on the planet. You got to work on yourself and get yourself 100% correct before you try to get in anybody's relationship. And being in a relationship is difficult anyway. People love to see the flowery things of it, but they don't see the work that goes into it. Like everybody will see marriage. Oh my gosh, congratulations on your 50th or 70th anniversary. And everybody thinks it's all roses. It's not. It takes work. And I always tell people this, while you're going through this treatment, you know what you should do? Get an orchid. Work on yourself and get an orchid. Get that orchid, like right now they have orchids, they're out there in bloom. You get that orchid, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And you take it home. And on the little instruction card, you know what it'll say? Oh, just put 2 ice cubes in this once a week. Now, mind you, the real orchid people will say, whatever you do, don't put ice cubes in there. But you're like, I'm going by the instructions. When you go by the instructions, you know what's going to end up happening? The blooms are going to fall off because blooms fall off on orchids, and your orchid is going to end up dying. Then you go back, you get another orchid. You are not maybe ready for a relationship until you can get that orchid, once it drops all its blooms, to rebloom. If that orchid reblooms, you may be ready for a relationship, because orchids take patience and they're a little bit fickle. Sometimes it's like, put them next to a window. Don't let them get too much sunlight. Shield them from the sunlight. Oh, it's too cold. They don't like to be moved around a lot. And you have to really take time and care and put effort into it. And that's what you have to do in a relationship. So once you get an orchid and the blooms fall off and that orchid survives, then come to me about lifting the no contact order. And if you can do that, you're ready to go. I have 10 orchids now in my office in bloom. And people are like, Judge, you're doing such a great job. I'm like, thank you. It's not me, the clerk is doing it. But hey, I take credit for it. All right. So Vashon, on this case with Mr. Gibson, state is going to withdraw the motion, going to alter and amend conditions to include no contact with Claudia Rushing. There's a referral to felony drug court. That's the first thing. Lifetime recovery, second option. Well, second in line. MIC evaluation, and all of this is to be placed in custody while in custody.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Rushing, Rushing. All right. Mr. Gibson, is there anything else you need from the court?
I just wanted to ask, like, with we just had a baby, her and I, and like, how would I go about the like visitation and stuff like that once I'm,
Oh, you'll have to work that through a third party. I'm sure the grandparents are involved, are they not?
Hers, yes. Her parents, her side.
So you'll need to find a go-between for that. And this is not your first child, right?
No.
All right, because I know I ordered parenting classes for you.
Yes. And I did it while I was inside of.
Okay. But did you learn?
Yes. I
Did you
learned some. But
because if you did, we wouldn't be here.
right, yes, ma'am.
So what you're charged with, if you get revoked, you're looking at potentially 20 years in the prison.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you were to get 20 years in the prison, guess what? The baby you just had will be an adult when you get out.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Norma. We will be back on Monday at 1:30. So Vashon, we're going to be here on Monday at 1:30 because we have 80 children coming to the courthouse.
Are they gonna have to go through the detectors?
I don't know. I hope not. But we're going to find out where they're going to be parking.